wish I wasn't so busy lately, but I hope all has been well with the Dans and fellow Pickles out there. Hello, 6'3" Prometheus Dan pal. Always love me some Long Johnsons. Have a good day, everyone. Remember to drop that like. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. Yeah, Brohawks. But lying to people about DRSing is disingenuous and is going to cause far more people not to DRS than it would cause to DRS. So, like, the active shaming thing that's going on of people that have held their shares through every dip right alongside you and lying, just blatantly fucking lying about and misrepresenting computer shared services, that's not okay. And while I fully agree and have talked to the people who are responsible for writing a lot of DD that read or led to all this DRS like FOMO, I agree with them that this can represent a net benefit on the FTD cycle over time. I think it's definitely a way. I don't know how much of an effect it's going to have versus buy and hold and what that already had. And we'll find that out as FTD is published by the SEC, and it will be determined what effect exactly all this DRSing has. In the meantime, there's we don't have the evidence yet of its effect. And lying to people about its potential benefits or what they're able to facilitate on a broker level, and how, like, you know just all the things that people DM me every day, lying to people about it is going to make people not want to do it, or even worse, people that have done it pull out. Right? There's no need to lie about it. There are real facts that back up DRS as a potential catalyst to pushing these FTDs through the obligations warehouse. Um, and there's no reason to lie about it. There's no reason to shame anyone or call them leeches or anything like that, because you're going to lose more people that way than you're going to gain. That could just be because of lower volume, Dan Chu. We still don't have any proof that that's from DRSing. That could also be because of FTDs piling up from these future cycles. There's so many other variables that you can't just go dark pool percent down must be DRS. While there is a correlation, that does not imply causation. Does DRS make the intraday cup and handle pattern stronger? And I think the biggest issue is a lot of people don't understand the effect it's going to have. You know, they just think DRS good, I should push this and sell it to people, but without really understanding what effect it has, how it would function, how it would possibly catalyze a short squeeze. And so they'll just say anything to, you know, generate hype, which is a slippery slope, right? Instead of just sticking to the true narrative, right? You get these like fractures from it that really aren't true and probably dissuade more people than they appeal to. Correlation doesn't equal causation, but car batteries in the ocean does equal recharged eels. Okay, Halfro, one more time, man. Electric eels are a freshwater fish. They do not live in the ocean. You don't need to charge them. They're self-charging. It could, KB, yeah. It's possible that a squeeze would start in pre-market. And I mean, I spend most of my time on here trying to keep the discourse on track in the community as far as my reach extends, which is minimal. But, you know, things like buy and hold works and the shorts haven't covered and DRS is effective, but don't fucking lie to people about it. Imagine the number of apes that have DRS'd all 10 of their shares, right? And then, you know, the short squeeze happens this week and maybe their transfer isn't even fucking completed yet. Like no one really thinks about that side of it, right? When they're just pushing the narrative that they think they need to push because they were too impatient for buy and hold, which was already having an effect. Here's a small pickle as a thanks for all the great knowledge and insight you've shared of this every day. Thank you, Phil the Dill. Trust my dog now has a purple coat of shame. I believe DRS will help with the paper handing. That's a mistake, right? Most people are going to paper hand early. The people that do paper hand aren't probably going to paper hand in the peaks, right? And that's the problem. That's the issue, Joseph Sanchez. Exactly what you're describing. I believe DRS will help with paper handing is trying to use one prisoner's dilemma to solve another. That's more of that sentiment that is carried through all of this, that I need to control what other people do with their GameStop shares, which is ridiculous. You have no power over that, no matter what fucking shit you write on the internet. Be there, support them, tell people the real facts about GameStop and MOASS and, you know, the short interest and what's going on here, but don't bullshit people. It makes everything we've done here worthless when you do that. Can you do a shout out to my uncle Guillermo and his donkey Mimo? They deliver shares from CS to the broker. Mimo has been sick recently, but they're on their way from Mexico. Clip. Ugh.